idea, a dream in my in my mind, in my heart, that I wanted something different. I did not know exactly what I want. I did not know anything about America, New York City, even places outside Russia. I just knew that there is a different world, and it does exist. And I remember it was my first geography class in school. I was a little schoolgirl that time, and I saw the globe of the world, like, for the first time in class. And the teacher was talking about Soviet Union, and I was the only one in class who raised my hand and asked her to tell me more about the world, about what's out there, what's this, like what's Africa, what's Australia, what's America. And the teacher of geography never traveled outside the country, obviously, because nobody could, and she couldn't tell me anything. She was telling me that, well, you shouldn't ask about this. You were born in the greatest country of the world. It's called Soviet Union, and everything's outside that. It's something not known. You'll never see that. And maybe that triggered my desire, my the crave to see that and to do that. You see, sometimes it's not the inspiration. Maybe that's reverse inspiration. I became even more curious, and I had this dream to explore the world one day, to see how people live in many countries. And then you just, like, for me, having this vision, the next step was looking at the ways to get there, and like a price to pay. What personally I should do, which steps. Talking to people that been to the United States was important. I knew that for me the key, the most crucial important element to changing my life was English language. I realized that you have to be fluent. You have to be able to communicate and to understand the world, to hear what people are saying, to be a part of it. You have to know English really well, and that's what I could do living in Russia. There were little resources available, nothing like we have now, no internet, no foreign films, only maybe dictionary, Russian, English, some grammar, books, a few teachers, but I tried to use the most what was available. From anything I could find in a library. It was a big challenge, and I realized that time will pass anyway, but I want to do the most out of what I can. And then it just expanded, and then the next step was easier and easier and easier, and then somehow I started meeting people that could really help me, that could tell me more specifically which direction to go. And then I got the dream that my education in Russia was not enough, and I wanted to continue to study in the United States. Because if in Russia I had the highest education, I needed to have one in New York. I picked one of the best universities. It was the Fordham University. It's an old, classic, one of the oldest schools. And the professors were great, and I just wanted to know all the admission process. You study English, had to be excellent to be in American school, and especially in the department of journalism. To study journalism in America, well, that was challenging. That was one of the biggest challenges in my life, because everybody else in the group, in the class, had English language as native. Mine wasn't. I came to America speaking good English, but not native. And there was a big difference, because everybody else were able to write books. They published some books in their own language. They did talk shows. they were very accomplished people with excellent English language, and we were in the same class. Can you imagine this challenge I got with this drive? But that was actually very interesting, doing something difficult, overcoming myself and surprising myself. Just doing something that I never thought I could, and I would.
Yeah.
And I did.
That's out of your comfort zone. You never saw that. You never experienced that.
Yeah. And I do believe that the greatest things in the world are outside the comfort zone.
Yes.
They are...
And we can constantly expand that.
Yes.
Probably someone has this comfort zone, someone have like this, someone even more.
Absolutely.
So we can grow as a person, we can develop that and expand our comfort zone to be more,
Absolutely.
to live more.
Very true.
Do you think that can or should anyone have a vision and goals like you did, or?
Yes, it's the same thing as traveling. To be able to get where you want, you have to know your map, where you are, the point A and point B. Because if you don't have a vision, it's the same thing as you're getting on a train with and you don't know where it's going. So there's a very little chance that you'll get where you want. But usually, there are other people that have their own dreams and their own goals, and very often you might be living someone else's life, someone else's dream, if you don't have your own. So people can either hire you to work for them, doing something you don't want, or they persuade you. So it's I think it's fundamental to know where you are and where you want to go, and that should be as clear as possible. And then all the steps that you are making towards your dream will be obvious, and it will be clear to you if you're going towards the direction of your dream or you're going to the opposite direction. And that works for all the spheres of your life. Success, career, money, health. It's pretty simple. If you want to be in a good shape, then eating good quality vegetables, getting closer to the shape you want. And yes, the opposite.
The law of cause and effect.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
And you told me that you weren't like you are before. You was a little bit different.
Oh, it was huge different. Everything.
What helped you to become the person you are right now, to be where you are right now? Maybe you read a lot, you study a lot, you met with you on different courses.
Yeah.
What helped you the most? And maybe you had some insights, breakthrough ideas that changed your thinking.
Okay, I would say, to be honest with you, I would say hard work. Because ideas are great. Visions, books are wonderful, and they definitely help. But without actually doing something, without the action, the change is impossible. Because it's both. Sometimes you have to sacrifice things. And if you have a dream of living the life you want, you cannot have it right away. Sometimes you have to say no to things like entertainment, fun, other things that people are doing. They are not productive. Sometimes it's worth it spending a weekend at home, working hard with your dream, studying, learning, doing something you don't want to be doing. And that's a price that you pay to get the success. Because there is a formula, and I like it very much, that someone said that if you do something that nobody else wants to be doing, then you'll be able to afford the life that no one else will be able to afford. So
Yeah.
you will live your life that the way that nobody else will.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I
That's
think
great.
it's
And
works.
you are very productive. I know you wake up about 5 a.m.
Yeah.
How your usual day looks like? What you do during the day? Maybe you have some rituals, some daily habits you are in your daily schedule every single day.
Well,
Even if on your holidays or usual
yeah.
days.
Well, definitely, ritual is something uh, really so important that, especially morning ritual, they set the mood for the day. It's That's how um, you prepare yourself for the day. So my afternoons, my nights, they could be different every day. There is a lot of things that happen in my life unexpectedly, but morning is usually the same. Early, when I get up really early, like 5:30 a.m. each day, it gives incredible advantage of being ahead of the entire world. While everybody is sleeping, that's the most productive hour. It's quiet, it's morning energy, it could be still dark, but then it's few extra hours to myself that nobody else has. I can do my planning for the year. I can write some important letters, or I can take care of my health. There are some certain set of rituals that I have. It's drinking some clean water, hot water with lemon, or some tea. Morning yoga routine, exercise, a green juice, vegetables, vitamins. It's slightly different every day, but there are some elements that are always present. Is preparing your body and your mind to be in the best form and best shape for the day, and writing some ideas that you can only have in the morning. It seems to me that before all the noise of people that wake up late, then that's when I had my best inspiration. And yeah, that I think is important.
Absolutely agree with you that first hour is very important.
Yes.
Someone called this golden hour.
Oh,
Someone
true.
called this hour of power.
Yeah.
And you remember I've told you about my friend's formula in Moscow
Yes.
when we
Yes.
had a conversation.
Great
My friend
formula.
in the United States, Leonti, called the morning meal M, meditation 20 minutes,
Yes.
E, exercises, A, affirmations,
Yes.
and L, learning. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
1 hour, it's 20 minutes, something like this.
Yeah.
But it's very important. It's became your new habit,
True.
and
Yeah.
the first hour is very important.
Absolutely.
Your day can be very different if you have this. As you
Yes.
said before, and how you use this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's the mindset for the day, because after very productive morning routine, then the other, like later during the day, you can relax and actually you can enjoy something like being even not as productive, but it feels so good because you've already done the most important work, and then you can reward yourself with something very nice. Yeah, like
Also, every morning
Yeah.
I write down my
Mhm.
long-term goals.
yeah,
Someone can plan your day.
yes,
And my mentor, role model, another
Yeah.
one, Jack and Thorsten, another one is Brian Tracy,
Yeah.
called this eat the frog. So do the most difficult exercise, different task
yes.
in the morning.
Mhm.
So you free your energy, you have more energy during the day.
Absolutely.
What's you don't like. The biggest
Yes.
task for the day.
Yeah.
First, eat that the most ugly big frog.
Absolutely. Yes, but well, don't you think it feels so good after you have completed this difficult task? And just that gives you so much mood elevation, so much inspiration that everything else compared to that is easy. After you've done something difficult, because too much of a comfort in life, that does not necessarily bring you the happiness or success, right? So it's never stopping learning, growing, working, even if you don't have to do that. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a greatest pleasure to be able to bring some value to the world. If you have one, you take care of yourself, and then you share that with the world to make this world a better place to live for everyone.
Anya,
It's
can
simple.
you share some maybe principles or your life philosophy in a couple of sentences? What's your what's your daily, like not daily, usual principles you're living upon?
Well, I update them. I have, so it's not that I don't have something for the rest of my life. Depends on different stages, different places. It feels different. I think I do believe that everything in life is fair. It's you can get what you want, even if you well, you have to work for it. You have to know um, the which price you are ready to pay for to get what you want, and that's something that I do. I strongly believe in life being fair, in the results in life that you can predict, that you can choose. I believe that you can simply choose in life everything you want to have.
Absolutely.
I think that would be probably the most like fundamental principle.
Like define
Explains a lot.
exactly what you really want.
Yeah.
And pay the price first.
Yeah.
It's like buffet. You go and you pay first, not
True.
like in restaurant after the meal.
Yeah.
You should pay the price. It can be hard work. It can be forming new habits. It can be daily exercises.
True.
It can be reading. It can be changing something. But
Yeah.
you should do this to
Yeah.
get this.
Or all
Not
of the
like in
above.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Eat
absolutely.
and then you can, I'll pay for my success after that. But you should pay before, like in buffet.
Yeah, before you have it. Or life is a big supermarket, right? You
Yes.
can get in and you can see many wonderful things there, but you cannot have them because there's a checkout at the exit. So you have to pay for it till you own it.
Yes, yes.
So
and
that-
believe in yourself and in that
Yeah.
energy in the universe.
Yeah.
Because they're like Donald Trump said, there is the same amount of energy you spend
Yeah,
for small dream or for huge dream.
absolutely.
So why
Yeah.
don't you dream big?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I totally agree.
He lives on that principle of every single day. He achieved a lot. He's
Yes.
got famous, and we can
Yeah.
do the same in our own life, in our own goals.
I totally agree with that because I think it's the same amount of energy you need to achieve success or to find an excuse why you're not having what you want and blaming everything. It's so easy to do the blaming, to think, oh, it's not my fault. I was born in the wrong country with the wrong parents with different mentality. I wasn't born rich, and maybe other million of other reasons why you're not living the life you want. It's easy, but that's a dangerous way to go to because it's not productive. It won't change anything. But For me, it was knowing all that I was not born exactly in the life conditions I wanted, the desirable ones. But then I said, like, so what? So isn't that great to be able to choose it and change it? So it really doesn't matter. It might be, of course, it's a lot more difficult. There's more work involved, but if the result is the same, and I can enjoy it, so there's no difference. Just, I think, very important principle is responsibility. Taking responsibility doesn't mean like blaming yourself. Like, oh, I'm saying that I didn't succeed because I'm not, like, I don't deserve it. No, you have to, like, with a respect to yourself, believe in yourself that you know you can do it, and be responsible. Like, yes, so I'm not having what I want because of, like, me. The only person that doesn't allow me to do this is me. And then the next step, well, what can I do about it? How can I change that?
Absolutely, Anya. 100% responsibility for your own life.
Yes.
Like E plus R equal O. Like E is event.
Yes.
Plus.
Yeah, I should write it down.
Reaction.
Yes.
Equal E plus R equal O. Outcome.
I see. This is genius. Yeah, I should write it down.
And absolutely, a lot of people can react different way.
Yes.
If you're in gym, if you're like on traffic, you can be very nervous, very unusual. And another person can listen nice audio program, can listen audio book or something, and plan next week because he didn't plan before. And they can use time different. And another very important feeling, very strong feeling is gratitude.
Yes.
We can be grateful for everything we have. We have everything in our life to change it, to do whatever we want. And for example, if you started from nothing, you have some parents, maybe you didn't have parents, you can say, oh, what if that experience, learning experience for me, what they want to teach me, what can I do with that situation? Mm-hmm. I have this, I have that, I have this, but I want to change something. For what is that? Life happening for us, not to us. And we can think on this different way, not criticize, not blame others, but with gratitude. Wow, nice person. Mm-hmm. He did this. He did it bad for me, but he is my teacher because now I know how I reacted. I know and because maybe he did something wrong, but he had different experience. He had different start in their lives. Maybe he had very difficult life.
True.
You shouldn't blame him because he had different experience.
Absolutely, yeah. I think gratitude is, like you mentioned, that we forgot to talk about first, because I think without gratitude you cannot achieve your dreams, because this feeling of being happy and content, it should be postponed. You can have it right away, because if you feel grateful for what you have already, then it's just more natural that more wonderful and great things will come into your life. And there are just so many things.
All the time.
Yeah, it makes you very happy, because you can live the happy life right now. Before you achieve some results, that you could be happy. It's very easy, because then if you notice the little nuances, how the sun is shining, and when you see that the nice person walking the street that smiled to you, or you see this little tiny thing that someone did something nice for you, or it's just the fact that you're alive, you're in good health, that you can afford to eat the food you want. there are already amazing things. We're just so lucky to have a shelter, to have a place that we can sleep, because a lot of people in this world, they don't have even that. A lot of people, they don't know when they are going to eat next time. But we do. We are just lucky and privileged, and that's a
we are so
good
blessed.
reason to celebrate that. Being very grateful.
We attract situations and people and opportunities to where we think about, where we put some energy.
Yes.
You remember we discussed that earlier, that we become what we think about most of the time.
Yes.
Get more what we focus on.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it should be, it's better to think about what we're grateful for, what we want, and how to get this.
Yes.
Other than what we don't like and what we don't want.
Yes.
Because when we say, oh, I don't like my boss, or I don't like my relationships, you focus on that.
Yes.
And you feel just these situations and these events.
You're stuck in there, right?
Because our thoughts is like radio waves.
Yes.
You attract people on the same waves. You attract situations. If you want to see just beauty and abundance everywhere, you see this.
True.
If someone's waves of thinking on poor or bad situation, he sees everything bad.
Exactly. Yes.
Like a short story. Mosquito fly.
Yes.
I would think maybe it's correct in English, but I'll say.
Okay, I want to hear that. Yeah.
Anya, like
yes. Okay.
Mosquitoes flying and see a fly.
Right.
And a mosquito asks the fly, "Where's there flowers? Where can I go to see around?" And the fly asks, "Oh, I never see the flowers. I saw just trash everywhere." Come there, come to the door. You can fly there. You'll see it after that.
Right.
Mosquito flies further, and mosquito sees a bee.
Yeah.
And a mosquito asks, "Where is trash? Where is?" The fly said that there's everywhere trash. After that, when I fly, where can I find it? And the bee replied, I never see trash. I see
beautiful flowers,
lilies, roses everywhere. So different kind of thinking.
Absolutely.
Fly that see trash everywhere, and bees that see flowers and beauty. The same with people.
True.
You choose what to focus on, what to see. You can see opportunities, money, happy relationships everywhere, or you can see different.
True. Yeah, it's very true. For no matter what country you live, what city, people can live in the same place with totally different reality. Yeah, absolutely. It's the mentality. It's the being able to be grateful and to see most wonderful things around. That makes a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. And I understand people. I was the same. It's difficult in modern world. Because the media, the television, and internet full of bad informations and news. And we can change it as well. We can limit the information we put in our mind. We can be on like mental diet.
Yeah.
Just see, read, and talk about positive things.
True. Yeah. And
you'll see different results in your own life. Maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, but it will. It's the iron law of the universe.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Yes, I think it's definitely changing the way that what you see around, that changes your life. And that you're right, you attract people with the same mentality. They can see the same thing.
If you change your attitude, if you change your thinking,
yes,
you change your life.
Absolutely. Yes, because with the television, then you can just switch the channels. You have a power, you have a control over everything that is around you. A lot of people forget about this, but it's actually very true. So if you don't want to see something, you just take it out of your life. You stop
Yeah.
talking
Why?
to some people,
Why?
yes, and so
Yeah.
on.
I know. Why to see different lives on television if you can't change your own life and live your dream life here?
Exactly.
I don't have a TV
Yes.
in my apartment, and I don't
Wonderful.
watch it for maybe 6 years.
Wow. Yeah,
It,
and
it,
this
it's
is
great
impressive.
because
Yeah.
when I interview successful people and I ask what do they like, they say I like reading.
Yeah.
And when I visit them, they have a huge library.
Oh,
And
yes.
huge library with a lot of different books.
True.
And if you think, wow, this person became wealthy and bought this library, or he built the library
Yes.
year after year and
Yeah.
became wealthy.
Very
And a
true.
lot of people who are successful have huge libraries, and
Yeah.
a lot of poor people have huge TV sets.
Yes. Yeah.
So your decision, what would you like? To see different life on TV, or
Yeah.
create your own life as a masterpiece, as a captain of your destiny and soul?
Absolutely, yes. It's very obvious. I noticed that traveling by plane, in the first class, you see people usually working, reading. Maybe, yes, they are maybe sleeping because they're investing in the time. It's a lot more comfortable for them. But when you go to economy class, wow, then you see that everybody watching films, entertainment, playing games. So it's totally different. And people, they want to entertain themselves. They don't want to train their mind. They consume what is easy. It's something that, and they use this expression to kill the time. Like, why need to kill the time? Which is it's the most valuable thing in the world. That's a material of what your life is made of.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot of the whole industry of entertainment. It might be in Russia, in the United States, definitely. It's created to make the time go faster, and it doesn't give you anything. It's just entertainment.
Yeah, and you can change yourself to communicate with that
Yeah.
kind of people.
True.
I love people very much, and I learn a lot from people, talking with them,
Yes.
more than from books. And when I started to visit seminars, business events, different kind of like conferences, I've met a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
And people who watch us right now can use this principle as well.
Yeah.
Try to see events with goal-oriented, positive people in your city, in your town. There are a lot of networking events. There are a lot of business events, personal development seminars.
Yes. Oh,
you can
yeah.
find life or business partners. You can find new friends. You can be in that society because your referent group
Yeah.
finds your life as well.
True.
5 people who you communicate with most of your time define your level of thinking, your level of income as well.
Very
If you
true.
see what kind of people do I communicate most of the time? And you make a list of five or 10 people.
Absolutely.
And you can think what kind of income about they have. Okay, this John have $1,000. Alien have $2,000 per month.
Yes.
For example, Ivan have $1,500, and about the same. You see, what kind of income do I have? And
True.
it will be about the same.
Oh, yes.
If you want to increase your income, start to communicate, to learn from people who are one head or two heads above of you.
True.
Because their level of thinking, their level of actions are a little bit different. Because
Yes.
they have different results.
Oh,
If
yes.
you want to become rich, define what do they do. You can read, you can become more interesting for them. You cannot go, oh, I want to be friends with multimillionaires. but you are not on that level. They will be not interested in you right now. But you can
You can grow.
grow as a person. You can be interesting as well, and they will be, wow, I want to communicate with you as well.
Absolutely. Yes, a lot of people, they are really like sharing their success principles, and they like mentoring. That is very, very true. And now we have such a great opportunity and chance to talk with people that are all over the world. Even right now, you are in Moscow and I'm in New York City. But we can see each other and we have a wonderful conversation in this interview because it is possible right now. It's, well, all the technical means that we have, all the programs that you have on your computer, the internet allows us to do that, which is incredible. And that's extremely
Thank you
useful.
again for this very much. Because when I talk, when I think, when I listen to you, your thoughts, your ideas, I learn a lot.
Oh, thank
There
you.
are pyramid of learning. When you teach someone some ideas, some
Yes,
right
true.
philosophy to different person or group of people,
Yes,
you learn better.
I would agree. Yeah,
When you talk, when you think, how to say, you learn.
true. Absolutely.
That doesn't read, just passive learning. You are now
Yeah.
involved in active learning.
Yes.
We talk, we ask questions, we try to think. It's great.
Yes, yes, because I think if you're just the only one person trying to make the changes, it's really difficult. But when you're doing that together with someone, when you're learning and when you are exploring and talking about things deeper and deeper with someone who can really understand you, then I think it's the most productive.
Yeah.
Then I think it's very good. Yeah.
Anya, if you would meet Anya,
Yeah.
15 years old,
Okay.
you meet yourself when you was 15 years old.
Yes.
What would you say to her? Maybe you'll give her some advices.
Yeah.
What kind of conversation would you have to that little Anya?
Wow, great question. Wow, I think it's that would be so inspiring, so unbelievable. But I really want to let know that person, that my 15-year-old Anya, that it's all possible. I would just say in the best way I could, just keep on going. Like, do not give up. Believe in your dreams. Because you do have doubts in a lot in your life. When you're making these changes, it's a big risk. A lot of people, they wouldn't understand. A lot of friends, they stop being your friends because they don't approve your lifestyle, your changes. A lot of people would say negative things about you because, well, for them, your philosophy is life, it's foreign, it's strange. And the strength that is required to resist all this, it's huge. It's really, really big. And a lot of people, unfortunately, it's just so easy to give up and to say, well, maybe it is not possible. If my parents, my friends say it's not possible, but it's important to realize that what they're really saying, that it's not possible for them. And maybe it is possible for me. So keep on going, even if the results are not obvious, they're not right away, but just don't give up your dream and continue doing what you strongly believe in, and separate your own opinion, your vision from everybody else, because eventually that will change, and then you will meet the people who will completely understand you and who will be there with you, like similar people, and then you can share your success and wonderful results in life with them.
Wow. That's inspirational final words.
Yeah.
That's great. It's to everyone who wants to succeed in life. You just talk to to everyone who just 15 or maybe 25 or 40
Yes,
years old, but they want
absolutely.
to start something new.
Yes, that's the message that is just really important to like, carry around, because maybe that's the moment till you get really great results. That's the most difficult. After you get, you started getting the results that you deserve, then after that it's obvious. You look back like, oh, I would definitely do that again. It's just so, that was easy. How can I not do that in my life? But I remember I wasn't thinking like this, well, always, all the way. Definitely not. So now I think, yes, it just meant to be. It's just, well, of course, well, you can be born in a small village in Soviet Union in the middle of nowhere. You can have very hard life conditions without absolutely nothing that could help you to change that. But then you find this within you, and then you make it possible. You live the life of your dreams. Absolutely.
Anya,
Yeah.
thank you very much again for another interview. I think it's third one,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's amazing. All the time talking with you, I have new ideas, I have new thoughts, and listening to you, I learn a lot. It's great.
Thank you. I have a feeling that there's just so much more to say. I have an impression that when we stop the interview, the conversation, and then I go back to my life and doing my things, and I have this idea, oh, I forgot to say this, I forgot to ask about this, and I still do have, and I write them down sometimes because I think I don't want to lose them, because like, oh, maybe what if next time I will not remember this. I think it's a wonderful thing. Yeah, it is this way that it's well, it's definitely good to be able to share that, and you have a lot to share. I'm learning a lot from you too, and even these principles that worked for you in your life, and I look like, wow, they really did work for my life as well. It's wonderful. Great,
Thank you very much, and again, I hope that we can talk with you very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my great pleasure.
Have a great, amazing, abundant, productive day.
Yes, thank you.
And
similar to you too.
Talk to you very soon.
Yes, talk to you very soon. Thank you again, Pavel. Thank you. Bye-bye.